Mets baseball as New York goes up against the Florida Marlins. It's the MLB on 2K Sports right now.
Hanley Ramirez, can you hold that bat down? If you do, you got a chance to win. Sun Life Stadium, the site for today's game here in beautiful Miami, Florida. Welcome to Major League Baseball. Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. 2K Sports right here on this Friday afternoon. It will be Javier Vasquez, the starting pitcher. So, Steve, how do you think he'll go about handling these Mets bats today?
Well, the manager has to like his chances today, sending out this quality right-hander to the mound, especially against this other lineup. So he's going to keep an eye on the righty, just make sure he executes his pitches and stays on the game plan.
Scouting report, John. How about some picks?
Well, I like David Wright in this one. You know, he's a guy that can drive in runs. He can drive in big runs. The thing with David Wright over the last few years of his career, he's shown a lot of inconsistency. When he's hitting the ball the other way, that's when he's at his best. Let's see if he can hit some in that right center field gap today.
Play ball!
And Jose Reyes up. He prepares to lead off this game. That one's drilled to short. And the leadoff man of this ball game's on board. See if they get it started early. And we got a brief moment to show you how Florida will shape up defensively. John, who's a factor for them?
Well, anytime Mike Stanton's on a baseball field, you will stand up and take notice. A gifted athlete, 6'5", former football player. This guy can do a lot of things. Very athletic, very great arm, a strong throwing arm. Sometimes accuracy is a problem, but I tell you, Mike Stanton's one of the best you'll see in the game of baseball.
Reyes is on at first. Pitch out. Nothing doing, though. Ready with a 1-0. And that's off the plate. Away, ball two.
A great movement on that two-seam fastball, trying to start it on the corner. From running it off the plate, the hitter just laid off.
Comes set, now the 2-0. Lined right at the second baseman. To second, there's one. And they get it. They turn two. Here's a look, 4-6-3 on the double play.
Now, that's the way they teach you, whether you're at second base or shortstop. One fluid motion, get it out of the glove and get rid of it.
Now with 2 outs, here's the chance for Carlos Beltran. Here it comes.
Ball.
First pitch inside. Ball one. Ball 1-0 on the way. Ooh, that looked pretty good, but he falls behind. 2-0. Lifetime, a .222 average against Javier Vasquez. And that's a ball and a 3-0 count. Beltran might have a green light here.
Well, you get down 3-0 in the count. The pitcher in this situation has to throw strikes.
And he takes that one and misses for ball four.
Well, he didn't want to lay it right down the middle, but he misses with this one low, and now he's walked him on 4 pitches. He's got to settle down.
Now David Wright batting with a runner on first. It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Here's the delivery. And he leaves that one alone. Right, patience, evens the count. And he lays off that one, but it's a called strike, 1-2.
The key for any pitcher is establishing the four-seam fastball. Once you get that working, it gives you so many different options.
The 1-2 pitch. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. There's the throw. Safe at second. He gets in there. Plenty of time. So they can't make the play.
Well, listen, it's all about advancing base runners in the game. You got to make plays defensively, but that error cost him, and he came out of his hand wrong, and the ball sailed on him.
And he'll step on first to retire the side. They pick up no runs on one hit and leave a man at second. Bottom half coming up, Florida Marlins. Here's a look at the Mets starter. Steve, getting ready for this ball game. What do you think he's prepared to do against this Florida team?
Well, R.A. Dickey's a guy who came to the big
swing and a hot shot. Oh, mercy. Boy, that did not miss him by much, but he got out of the way.
Well, anytime you get your first hitter up in the inning, big things could happen. It opens up a lot of holes in the defense, and it makes it a lot easier to hit for the guys behind you.
The Marlins lineup looks like this. Scouting pick, John. Who are we looking at today?
Well, keep your eye on the young player, Logan Morrison, a guy who's very patient at the plate, will work some walks. Not quite the power hitter that he will become because of his size, but a guy that can hit the ball to all fields, put the ball in play, and make a lot of things happen offensively.
No one out and a runner on first. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
He looked like he was looking for a pitch out over the plate. That fastball down and in locked him up a little bit.
R.A. Dickey now has him 0-2.
This thing is dancing all over the place, ending up at the bottom of the strike zone. Pretty good spot.
There he goes for second. 0-1. And he's in there at second base. Omar and Fonte not biting on that one. It's a ball, evens the count.
Well, with a couple strikes on him, Gary, I'm going to go right at him with a slider now. He struggles with that pitch.
And that's a ball. Dickey too far outside with that. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on line to right center field. That one gets through for a base hit. He's around third, heading for the plate. And he's in there.
Well, a big RBI single right there. And I tell you, anytime you can put that first run on the board, the momentum is in your favor.
Got a chance to check out the Mets. This is how they position themselves defensively. So, John, any individual standout?
Well, Carlos Beltran's a guy that you just love to watch play the outfield position. Has such great long strides. He covers so much ground in such a short period of time. Really helps the pitching staff a lot by making those plays in the gap.
Drops down a bunt. He's up with it. There's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay, so they will not get the double play.
Well, good heads-up play right there. Getting the lead runner and keeping him out of scoring position. Not a real good bunt.
Now Mike Stanton batting with the runner on first.
Well, the Marlins showed in 2010 they can battle with the best teams in the National League East. They couldn't separate themselves, but they were right there with everybody else.
Swung on, liner to right. Now it's 2 away, and that will hold him at first. Marlins against the East, that's where they've got to win. They were 2 above 500.
It's interesting, though. They beat up on the Nationals, beat up on the Mets, but they lost 11 out of 18 games against the Braves and 13 out of 18 against the Phillies. Now, Gary, you can look at it a couple ways. You can say, look, we've got the lead. Let's play for another big hit here. Or you can turn it on, put the pedal to the metal, and keep the offense going. I want to see him run. I think this is the time to get him going.
Dickey with the ball hit high and deep. Left center field. This ball is way back there. And he drops back to the warning track to pull it in. They come out strong, putting a run on the board early. The Marlins lead it 1-0. And a very hot afternoon. Temperatures increasing a little over the last couple of hours. Fatigue's going to be a problem. And Jason Bay up. He takes that one. Vasquez has him 0-1.
Pitching isn't just about velocity. It's also about location and movement. Look at the movement on this pitch. Awfully tough to hit.
Good eye by Jason Bay. It'll even the count up.
But Gary, the numbers seem to indicate he likes to go fastball on a 1-1 count, trying to get back ahead again.
Swing and a hit by Bay. Morrison makes the play. That's 1 away.
Well, he hit this one well, but it hangs up long enough to give the left fielder just enough time to run underneath and make the catch.
Davis into the batter's box.
Well, the Mets and Marlins kind of battled it out in the middle of the National League East in 2010. They fought hard on the field, but the Marlins came out the victor.
Base is empty with 1 away. Vasquez with the pitch. And Davis will take that low. 6-12. That's the Mets record against the Marlins in 2010. That's kind of a reversal of past years.
Well, very talented young roster in Florida. The Mets with so many injuries, just inconsistent. And the Marlins played hard against the Mets.
Ike Davis, a swing and a miss, and the count's even. Check swing, but it's in there. 1-1. And Vasquez throws one outside for a ball.
Well, that's a tough pitch right there to lay off of. That changeup down and away and out of the strike zone. But the hitter must have been looking for it because he wasn't fooled at all.
Slider just about had him. 3-2 count.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
And now the pitch to Davis. Vasquez from the belt, full count. Fastball got him, 2 down.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
And in the batter's box, it's Tolley, third-year ball player now. Base is empty and 2 down. Swinging a liner to left. That looks like a single. And that'll bring Luis Castillo to the plate.
Well, you got to love to see this guy get on base with 2 outs right here with that base hit. Now it's up to his teammates to figure out a way to get him across the plate.
Runner on first, 2 away. Oh, there goes Harris. Ball. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Still unable to score. The Mets still nothing on the board. We'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up next. Leadoff hitter is Logan Morrison. Ball. And that's a ball. Dickey too far outside with that. Now the 1-0 pitch. Ball. That's outside. Ball 2. And that is a ball. So Morrison now will see he's going to be able to swing on this next pitch.
Well, he has to just settle down, concentrate on this next pitch. You get behind 3-0. You don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. Throw a quality strike right here and see what happens.
Had a rip at that fastball, 3-0, but he missed it 3-1.
Well, that's some kind of pitch, and you set up the target on the outside corner, and he paints the black with it. Awfully tough when you have that kind of location.
(3-1) on the way. Pitcher loses that battle. Could be costly. That's a leadoff walk.
Well, he couldn't get the hitter to expand his strike zone. Good patience at the plate turned into a base on balls.
So John Buck will come up.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
A runner on first, no outs. And that's a hit. Beltran to field. 1 away now. And we've got Bonifacio batting.
Well, another year where it seemed like injuries the storyline for the Mets. There was a story in 2009. This injuries a big issue in 2010 as well.
1 out. Runner on at first. He watches Dickey's pitch go by. Well, you just can't take big names out of the lineup like the Mets had with Beltran and Bay and Reyes and expect to win ball games.
Well, Beltran missed the first part of the season, limped his way through the second half, and then Jason Bay with that concussion. Only 6 home runs for Jason Bay, though. They just did not get the kind of production they were looking for after that big season in Boston the year before.
Vasquez at the plate. Two outs and a man on first. The pitch. Knuckler ties him and nods, and it's 0-1.
Well, this guy relies on movement. Why? Because he's a knuckleball pitcher, and that ball doesn't do anything but move.
Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss, and he's behind on the count 0-2. And Steve, on that knuckler, even though the hitters know it's coming, it is so erratic, you don't make good contact.
Well, the one good thing about a knuckleball pitcher, though, is it's not very taxing on the arm, so he can log more innings and protect the bullpen.
This one's grounded foul, wide of first. Fastball swung on and missed, side retired. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. Marlins 1, the Mets nothing. And it's Luis Castillo at the plate. And Buck sets up his target. And Vasquez throws one outside for a ball.
Well, that right there is a really good pitch, just missing the outside corner. Give the batter a lot of credit, though. That is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of, that hard fastball away.
Hit on the ground up the middle. And Ramirez fields the ball. And that will retire Castillo.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
One out, bases empty. That's a foul ball. Vasquez sends the 0-1. Good patience, Scott Hairston, for a ball and an even count. The 1-1. Swing and a liner to right center. And that's a base hit. Hairston on. That's going to bring up Jose Reyes.
Well, you just can't explain how valuable a pinch hitter is. A guy who can come off the bench cold and deliver a big hit. Well, Jose Reyes is one of the most exciting players in baseball, but he has to stay on the field. A history of leg problems. 2010, he missed time early in the season, and then late in the season, he missed some time also, but he still put up pretty good numbers. Needs to be healthy, though, if his team's going to win.
First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. There's a hard comebacker right through the center. Infante gets one. And they get two. Great double play.
Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win on the shoulders of their pitchers.
Now it's time to present our player of the game. The mound work from Javier Vasquez. That's what got it done.
Well, any starting pitcher will tell you that the last thing he wants to ever have to do is to turn the game over to the bullpen. They like to finish what they start, and that's exactly what he did today. He had all his pitches working, and he had complete command of the strike zone out there. He kept his lineup in check for the entire game and finished it strong.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's 2K Sports broadcast of Major League Baseball. For Steve, John, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. We will see you soon.